what do we have here? We've got your haptic device, right? That you had talked about on my channel. Mentioned briefly, and now I see it in the flesh. Can you run through some of the cool things and the things that you've designed in here?
Okay, so the history is that a group within LICW was investigating some form of a haptic, a felt assist for people who are no longer able to comfortably copy CW by ear. Okay, just can't hear it anymore, or want to learn and never could hear it.
Right.
So there was a project, a bunch of people looking at how they might do that. I got word of it, I joined in, and basically took over a spin of the design. Okay. What I wanted was a device that would do a pretty good job of detecting a CW tone in the presence of noise. Okay. That would be minimally complex. I didn't want to try and duplicate the filtering that's built into somebody's state-of-the-art elecraft K4.
Right.
That's a job that I didn't want to try to match. Okay. So this has a all integrated circuit, non-computer tone detector.
Okay.
There's an input side where you can specify the tone that tell the device what tone it's listening for, and set the sensitivity. What comes out of that is a detected CW tone waveform.
Okay.
So you go from noise and tone and QR, all the garbage on air. It finds the tone in that and it gives it a digital signal out.
Any tone within that? Any?
You select a tone and it's a very narrow bandwidth filter.
Okay.
Okay. Narrow filter that's tunable by controls here on the front. So the two controls on this side are the tone that it's listening for and its sensitivity. Okay. There are two more controls on this side where the tone is detected, and then that detected tone is converted to a vibration where you can set the frequency of vibration and the amplitude of vibration.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. On the tone side, you're going to set it to the side tone frequency that's been programmed into your radio, which, by the way, means you can use this as a tuning indicator.
Yeah. Okay.
So transmit your side tone, not on the air. Generate your side tone. Tune this box to peak on that side tone. Now, when you tune to a signal on the air, when you peak the box, you're zero beat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's a tuning indicator.
Okay.
On the vibration side, some frequencies may feel a little bit better to you. In my case, I don't use the box regularly. My hearing's still okay. Not forever, but okay. When I set certain frequencies, it couples well into the table, and I can just have my hand relaxed over here on the box, and I'm feeling my hand and my arm and the table all vibrating along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me make sure that my hearing aids aren't turned on. Bluetooth is off, thank you. As I said, my hearing's not quite there yet. So I've got some recorded live CW. And you've got a signal in the presence of noise. I have it tuned to that frequency of tone. And I've got the sensitivity. You can see that it's barely triggering at all.
Right.
On the background noise. Nice clean detect of the signal. And that output is driving the haptic, the part that generates vibration. It's also driving the lights. So I put my hand down on it, I can see that light. I come in here, I can see that light.
Yeah.
If I don't like the lights at all, I take a piece of tape.
Okay, got it.
So I kept this box as simple as I could with good options. Another thing is that there's an output over here, which is again that detected CW. So we've got one person who has a long wire to their bedroom, and they tune and listen to CW, watch CW at night using this box.
Gotcha.
Okay? But that's the notion.
Yeah.
And the audio from your radio just passes straight through.
And then, so this here is the haptic portion.
That's basically a home theater seat shaker.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So can you play that again, and can I... Yeah. And it's subtle. Mm-hmm. It's, like you would feel in your phone whenever it's ringing.
Yeah. So we've got a bunch of people who are using it. We have one gentleman who was no longer able to operate at all.
Yeah.
Back on the air. We've got an individual who can still hear well enough, but it's a challenge. She uses the device to monitor her sending. That's her side tone when she's sending.
Okay.
And for SKCC and other QSOs, she's able to run them faster, and she's able to run them more relaxed than without the box.
So someone who is hearing impaired, they would possibly put their hand, if they're right-handed, put their hand on this to feel their side tone.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Feel the side tone log.
Right.
Feel the side tone log key log.
Right. Wow. That is really cool.
We've got one operator, very, very high-speed retired maritime operator, working up toward the 60s. It helps him confirm that what he's sending is what he thinks he's sending.
Right.
So we've got a variety of different people using it.
Right.
There's also the strong belief, that for people who are not hearing compromised, that this would be one other pathway. Listening to the code, feeling the code, hearing the code. One more pathway. It might be a benefit while learning the code.
Right. So this is a prototype, or
no, this is a production unit.
This is a production unit. Where would they get one of these if
they want to contact info@longislandcwclub.org? I'm pretty sure that's it. If you go onto the LICW website, there is a pull-down tab on the front page, which is for hams with various challenges, hearing, vision, what have you. This is for the hearing folk.
Yeah.
And it includes testimonials from a half a dozen operators who've been using it. It also has a link to the YouTube video that shows the setup and operation of the box. You can find that on the LICW channel. LICW Haptic, you'll find it on YouTube.
Gotcha. You were going to say something else before I asked you that question. I don't know what it was.
You asked about purchase. It's $275. That includes priority mail anywhere USPS priority mail delivers. So that's basically US and the like.
Wow.
We've shipped a few units overseas, and we charge cost of shipping beyond.
Wow. I was expecting, $275 is great. Yeah. Wow. That is amazing. I mean, it's subtle. And I could totally, like you said, I could totally feel the CW and make it out with a little bit of practice.
Yeah, and that's important. It does take some practice.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't happen instantly. When I was working on development, I tried copy alone. I tried copy with just the LEDs. Okay, and I could get some. I tried it with just the haptic, and I got a chunk more. I tried it with both, and my fingers don't spread that extra little bit. So I found both the audible and the visual, having both helped.
Yeah.
Having both helped.
Right. Well, I think that is a fantastic device. I hope that, that between your video or the setup video and obviously the Long Island CW Club and this video that will go up, more hams with hearing impaired issues, find this device and get on the air, because I'm sure it's probably challenging and frustrating for them not to be on the air. Right? Yeah, that's cool. That is really neat.
You'll be here tomorrow night.
How long did it take you to develop this?
Here's our, in case you want to look us up online and join the community.
There was probably a year, maybe a little bit more involved on it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a first prototype that was, cobbled together out of bits and pieces and, baling wire.
We separate them because
A chunk of the effort that went into it is obviously in the packaging, the PCB and the board, the board physical mechanical layout, and the 3D printed case, so that everything just sort of falls together and is right.
Right.
Little things, the LEDs are the right height.
Yeah. Was it trouble finding this theater rump shaker on?
Not really.
No.
Not really.
There's something that.
It's a home theater product.
Gotcha. Readily available. Gotcha. Very cool. Awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, and again, the emphasis was keeping this box simple. Somebody asked recently about firmware updates. There's no firmware in it. Okay.
It's just a circuit board.
It's a circuit board, and there are at least one or two fairly sophisticated ICs in there, but there are no computers and there's no programming to update.
And it's programmed from Long Island CW Club.
There's no program.
There's no programming.
It's all
you plug
hardware.
it in and it goes.
Plug it in.
Yep. Very good. cool. That is very neat. I had seen that, or you had showed me that on the stream, and whenever I saw you over here, I was just like, oh, that's the device, and I wanted to. Yep, yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Very neat.
And this is it's a production device.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Very good. Cool. Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you.